Okay, so we are just at the 11:30 mark. So first, thank you everyone so much for joining us with Tenbound's first ever virtual conference. And also a big thank you to Darryl Praill from Vanillasoft, who will be talking to you about how to sell like a marketer. So just a couple housekeeping rules if this isn't your first rodeo. We are recording right now, so if you don't want to be recorded, just have your camera off. And then also we ask that you have your mic off as well. We are taking questions right in the chat box and then right after Darryl's presentation. And also, please feel free to connect with him, and all his information is in the speakers page of the virtual conference. And without further ado, I'll let Darryl go ahead and take the floor.
Vivian, you are a rock star. Thank you so much. Hey, how you doing, folks? My name is Darryl. I am a Chief Marketing Officer here with Vanillasoft, and today we're going to have fun. Today, I'm going to teach every single salesperson here how to sell like a marketer. And right away, you're going to yourselves, listen, dude, marketers don't sell. Why are you wasting your time? And I understand where you're coming from. Hold that thought. We're going to have some fun. So let's get right into it. Please make it interactive. Send me any questions you want to. I wouldn't be a good marketer if I didn't have a good call to action. So my first call to action for you is in another window, another tab. Go to LinkedIn, look me up, Darryl Praill. The name's written in front of you. Press the connection request. Press the follow. I would be most grateful. Let's get this party started. It's going to be rapid fire, but again, send me your questions. We'll see what we can do. All right, so let's set the stage. All right, this is just the setup. So what do marketers do? Because context helps. Marketers create brand awareness. You know, who's Vanillasoft? They create subject matter experts. Oh, Darryl's an expert in sales engagement. They create industry thought leadership. Have you seen Vanillasoft's opinion on this? They create social proof. Holy smokes, we've got like 4.8 out of 5 stars on G2 and Capterra. They create content. Have you read my blog? And most importantly, they create inbound leads. That's what they do. The other thing they do on the operations side is they automate everything. Okay, so why do marketers do this? Again, setting the stage. They do this to be top of mind in new sales evaluations. I want to be in your face so that when you, a prospect of mine, are thinking, I should buy something to fix this pain I've got and scratch this itch. I remember seeing Vanillasoft a lot. They're annoying, and they have a 4.8 out of 5 stars on G2. I should give them a call. They do it to overcome perceived risks. I don't know about Vanillasoft. Did you see that review? You're right. Let's shortlist them. Let's call them and invite them to play in the game. And they do it to differentiate from the competition. Oh, they compete with SalesLoft and Outreach? Pfft, those products suck. Have you seen what they do? That's what marketers do. That's their job in life. Now, let's compare and contrast that to what do sales reps do. And I'm being cheeky here, so don't get too offended at me. What they do right away is they physically go and they do activity, non-stop freaking activity. They're working the phones, they're working the emails, they're doing social selling, they're doing SMS. Now, we can argue how well they do that. You know, emails may include video, but I've seen a lot of bad video. The phones, you might leave a voicemail, but I've heard a lot of bad voicemails. Social, okay, guys, just between you and I, this is a come to Jesus moment. Stop the pitching. A lot of sales reps don't care about a relationship. They just want to pitch. They're not contributing to the conversation. They're just about pitching. Me. Hi, Darryl. My name's Sally. My product does this. Can we have 10 minutes tomorrow? That's a pitch. All right. Lots of activity. Then they do discovery, and they do the activity so that I can get you on a call so I can do discovery. Once I have discovery, I can frame my demo. If I do a good demo, I'll get a proposal. If I do a proposal, then guess what? I'm going to hit my quota. I'm going to earn my commission. Along the way, all this activity allows me to hit my activity numbers because we all know it's a numbers game, and I can build a pipeline. This is what sales reps do. They do this every single day. God bless them. It's a thankless job. You guys deserve an award. So we know what marketers do. We know what sales reps do. What do you got here? You got a tale of two disciplines. Let me contrast that for you. Sales is really kind of a one and done. I'm dialing. No, you're not there. I'm dialing. And then I'm going to do it again tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. It's the same old. And they're going for that hard ask. Can I have time in your schedule? Can I have the deal? They're going for no, right? If you say no, it means they can make the next call. Sales is kind of one and done. They're aggressive. They're in your face. I want the money. I want the revenue. And that's what we paid them for. And that's brilliant. Marketers, not so much. Marketers are about a slow build. I don't worry about the quota this month or this quarter this year. I got 6 months, I got 12 months, I got 18 months to build my brand, dude. I got time. It's a soft ask. Hey, thanks for showing up at our trade show booth. Here's a follow-up white paper if it adds any value. Love you. They're about adding value, and they're often doing that annoying with content and best practices and ebooks. They're about growing their reach by using opt-ins. Okay, that's the two different disciplines. We know what each team does. Let's set the stage now. What do reps want? What do you want? Why are you here today? I'm going to guess you want deals, right? You want deals. To do that, you want conversations. You got to have conversations that leads to the deal. You know, I just don't want conversations. I want quality conversations. That's what I want. And you know what? Along the way, referrals are still the top, kind of lead. Give me the referrals, as many as you can. If I can avoid prospecting, I'm a happy camper. Let me just work the deals, because prospecting sometimes it just sucks. I want to work the deal. I love the games and the politics and the strategy. I love the conversations. I love the interactions. I love hooking them. That's what reps want. Deals, quality conversations, referrals. They want less prospecting, more deal making. So if that's what you want, what can sales learn from marketing to help them hit the quota? And that's never been more important than it is now in 2020 as we have COVID. This is a virtual conference. So it began life as supposed to be an in-person conference. We all know the activity's gotten harder. We know the deals have gotten fewer. We know the conversations are a little more longer. So how can we learn from marketing on what tactics to do? How can I take marketing's tactics and put them in my sales playbook? Glad you asked. Let's have some fun. Marketing does brand awareness. We said that, right? Okay. Here's the thing. You're in sales. You call, hi, it's Darryl Praill from Vanillasoft. Who? Nobody knows who you are. That's the problem. You as a sales rep, no one knows who you are, and they really don't care to know who you are. Because remember, you just pitch and ask for money. That's why they don't want to know who you are. But that's fixable, because marketing is about building the brand so they know who we are. You should follow marketing. People should know who you as an individual, you are. How do you do that? Well, do what marketing does. Marketing adds value. All right, so how can you add value? That's the golden question. What do your buyers value most? Your buyers value a lot of things. They value when you've got a killer LinkedIn profile, because they can figure out if you matter to them. They value when they see your activity, because they know that you're part of my tribe, my community. You're adding to the conversation. I like you. So now when you send me that connection request and I see that you're active, and I look at your profile and I see, oh my gosh, look at all this expertise this individual has that can help me, I'm going to accept that. So it's about the values. How do you do that? And before I go there, think of your LinkedIn profile as the marketer's website. You know, when you go to a website, first thing you do when you hear about a new company, you go there, you make a quick and dirty judgment. Do I like them or not? And if I don't, I bounce. Does this website matter to me? Your buyers are doing the exact same thing to you. Your profile is your website. Make it rock. Start to add the value. Next, you want to share some content, but to share the content, you got to create the content. The biggest complaint I hear, there's two actually I hear, is A, I don't have time. B, I don't know what to create content on. And that's legit. I fully get it. So you got to make time. I no other secret answer than that. But the topics, this is so freaking easy. Let me help you out. This is what a marketer does, by the way. They listen to the calls. They listen to the conversations at the trade shows. They listen to what the industry analysts are talking about. They listen to what's being reported in the industry pubs. They listen to what other influencers in the marketplace that you're targeting are talking about. Then they go, oh, okay, I can write content on that. Your content does not need to be original. You do not need to be the first person to come up with it, but you need to talk about it. So think about that next time you're on a discovery call with a prospect and they say, this is my pain and it's really killing me. And you have a whole conversation around that. That, my friends, that's a blog post. That's an ebook. That's an infographic. Just look at your daily interactions and create that content. Once you've done it, You share it. I mentioned that. So every marketer got a good call to action. What's your call to action? Hey guys, I'm sharing it. Let's talk about it. Can you relate? What's this mean to you? You're not asking for a deal. You're asking for discussion. Then you say now marketers love to repurpose. So you take that content and you add it to your email drips. When you're talking that next prospect on a call and they've got that same problem that last prospect had, you wrote content about, you say, hey, you know what? I got an article on that. I wrote it a couple of weeks ago. Let me send it to you free of charge. I'm making a deposit. Here you go. You do all of this to do the following. You do it to build trust in you. The buyer needs to trust you if they're going to buy from you. You need to be relevant to the conversation. Content makes you relevant. Sharing it makes you relevant. You update your profile to have context. Do I really care about this person? Do they matter to me? When you share that content, it gets reshared. Your network grows. Your followers increase. It's all about your reach because you want to be the cat that people go to. That's going to bring you inbound leads. They're going to read your content. And they're going to say, I need to talk to that person who wrote that content because maybe they can help me. They're going to give you referrals. Have you seen this content? Call them directly because it's great content. Referrals. Finally, that content becomes the starting point for you to discovery. Can you relate to this content? Well, what do you relate to? What do you not relate to? Boom goes the conversation. Brand awareness. You need to build your brand awareness just like a good marketer does. Marketer does thought leadership. Let's use an example of email. What do we do in email? We send a newsletter. Have you ever sent a newsletter? You need to build a newsletter. You're thinking to yourself, Darryl, why? That's marketing's job. Bull. It's your job. Why does marketing do it? They do it to build that thought leadership. Remember, buyers are looking to buy from you. Do they trust you? So it's really simple. You're already immersed in the industry. You're talking to the same people. You're reading the same pubs. Just get on a variety of lists and you just distill 3 to 5 findings that you find every single week. News, facts, research that's relevant to your ideal customer profile. You're focusing on the issues. You're never, ever pitching here. But in this newsletter, you're embedding your personality. Exclamation marks there. Because that's what they're going to connect. They're going to love the content, but they're going to cherish your personality. They're going to like you. And then you just send it out. You send it out to your ICP. There's no ask. You just, hey, I'm Susie. Here it goes. Enjoy it. And week after week after week, you're doing that. It's not a pitch. It's not an email nurture. It's not a drip. It's not a cadence. It's not a sequence. It's just value. You give them the ability to opt out. They don't feel threatened. They can opt out when they want to. Best of all, when you do this, you can now repurpose some of that for more content ideas and more shares. When you do the simple little newsletter from you, not from some nameless entity in marketing, you become the expert. You show that you understand their world. You're part of their community. Now I can trust you because week after week after week, you're just speaking to my issues. Your brand and your reputation grows. And guess what? We're back to where we started from. More referrals, more reach, more social following. Next time you ask to connect with somebody on social media, when they see you've got 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 followers, they're going to connect. So that was the thought leadership part. What else do marketers do? More on the thought leadership part, they create community. So here's a thought. Let's go with the same newsletter concept, but instead, let's make a Slack group. It's free, kids. There's no cost for you. Go make a Slack group, invite that same list. It can grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. And on that, it becomes a private forum that you've invited. They clearly know it's the same person that did the newsletter. And we're just here to discuss issues. We're here to share news and ask for help from one another. I can use hey, I got an opening. Anybody know a good person who does this? I can ask polls. Again, all that you can repurpose for content. But think about it. Think about this. When they're sharing their issues, what are they giving you? They're giving you discovery. I got this problem. I got this pain. Now you're into that persona. You know the ICP. You know the terminology they use. You know the issues they use. Now when you are doing your sequences and your cadences, you're using the same language. You're playing it back to them. And they're like, bam, this person knows their stuff. So you become the facilitator, and it's you. It's not marketing. You're the expert. All right. You've identified the issues. You've repurposed that. It's your brand. It's your reputation. Guess what? More referrals now, more reach, more social following. And best of all, your competition's not there. You've got this solo. Nobody else is there but you and your ideal customer profile. Next up, the executive dinner, right? Marketing likes to do that. We're going to have a little room in a restaurant, 20 people, and we're just going to go there and we're going to mingle. But when I do that, I get one-on-one conversations. I'm not really going to control the conversation. I'm just going to have a virtual coffee talk. That's what I'm going to do. So you do that. Now, this is not a webinar because that's topic-based. This is a virtual coffee talk, all right? It's a meeting of the minds is what it is. So that's crazy what you can do there. There's lots of examples around here, which is things like you might have seen Muffins with Morgan or Thursday night sales or CMO coffee talk. So Muffins with Morgan, Morgan Ingram. Of course, he's part of Jay Barrow. So everybody goes there. And then when they need an outsourced sales trainer, who do they think of? Well, there's Muffins with Morgan. Let's call Jay Barrows. Thursday night sales. So that's Scott Leese, Justin Welsh, and Amy Volas. Again, the same thing. We have one as an SMB advisor, one as a sales coach, another one's a sales executive. So when they need sales help or an advisor, they're just joining the community. But when it comes up, I should call one of those three because I've watched them on the community and I've grown to like them. CMO Coffee Talk, that's Matt Hines. He gets a whole bunch of CMOs together every Friday, 8 a.m. They show up with their coffee and their PJs and they just have a jam. All right? That's not being put on by marketing. It's being put on by Matt Hines or Morgan Ingram. All right, just the individuals. That builds their brand. That gives them discovery because in this thought leadership roundtable, we're all jamming ideas. It's crazy what we're doing there. I just love this stuff. Now, did I miss a slide here? Because I think I might have. Let me just go back here. I did. All right. So one of the last things I'm going to repeat what I should have said in this one too, beyond the virtual coffee talk, is the webinar. So you can do a webinar where you yourself invite 10, 15, 20 people max. Really intimate webinar that's just a topic. All right. You send it out to the same list you're using on Slack and on the newsletter, and you're inviting them in. And instead of it being a virtual coffee talk where there could be 100 people there, this is intimate. All right. And now we're just going to have a topic-based conversation. Again, they're sharing all their pains with you. They're joining because they want to listen to their other peers. You're just the facilitator. You're not pitching. But of course, you picked the topic, didn't you? And lo and behold, that topic relates to exactly what you sell. What are the odds of that? That's what a marketer would do. You can host your own webinars too. That's the killer thing. So there we go. We've talked about things like brand awareness. We've talked about things, that could be a newsletter. That could be a Slack room. We talked about subject matter expertise. That could be that webinar. We've talked about that executive dinner. That could be that virtual coffee talk. We talked about building your own brand and your awareness. That could be content. We talked about your website. That could be your LinkedIn profile. Every step along the way there, what are you doing? What you're doing is you're actually creating conversation, putting yourself in the middle. You're the piece that connects it all together. But you're getting them to talk in a safe environment. You're layering. So maybe I'll have this webinar, but they're still going to get my weekly email. So you're constantly in their face again, and they're not going to unsubscribe because this is all adding value. So you see how that all comes together? In sales, you don't need to rely on the actual sales the marketing team to do everything you need them to do, and you just sit there and wait for those inbound leads to come in. And if they do come in, you sit back and go, oh, these aren't qualified, these suck. You're in control. You can do all of this. Now, there's one final thing you can do as well. We talked about how marketing automated everything. You can automate everything too. So if marketing has marketing automation, then what you can do is you can use sales engagement. Marketing is about doing that drip email sequence over and over again on a campaign basis. They fill out a form on your website. You're the same way. If you actually have somebody opt in to receive your weekly newsletter, boom, that triggers a sales engagement process that reminds you to send them some email with some of your content that you made, and you pick up the phone and you say, hey, you signed up. I'm just kind of curious. Why did you sign up? What are you hoping to get out of this? Do you have some of these problems? I see you consume some of this content, and now you're into a conversation. So just like marketing, you can do the exact same thing with a sales engagement platform. So all of that is to say, my friends, as we get down to our final minute and change, that you can hit your initial goals where you told me you wanted deals, you wanted quality conversations, you wanted referrals, and you want a lot less prospecting. Everything I just showed you here now is just taking plays from the marketing team, and you're doing it instead. And it's on your audience, and it's on your brand, and you're the beneficiary of this. And one final thing, if you change jobs tomorrow, your brand, it goes with you, as well as all those lists for all those emails and newsletters. That's it, folks. My name's Darryl Praill. If you have any questions, let me know. But other than that, I expect to be invited to your newsletters. I expect it. Now, you see here, follow me. Good marketer always has a call to action. Go to LinkedIn, follow me. We'll carry on the conversation there. I had a lot of fun. Vivian, the floor is yours again if you want to take over. I finished 10 seconds early, folks. Always finish early. They'll always invite you back again. Looks like Vivian. There she is.
I am here. Yes. Thank you so much for that, Darryl. We're also welcoming any questions that you guys might have. I'm sure Darryl here would love to answer them. We do have a couple minutes, so feel free to drop it in the chat box. And so Darryl can get right to it.
There we go. Maggie, you're smiling. You weren't smiling before we started, but you're smiling now. So why are you smiling? I'm sorry. I said Maggie. Vivian, my bad. Vivian, you're smiling now. Why are you smiling
Yes.
now?
I am reading the encouraging comments in the chat box from Ashley and Maggie saying, great energy, love your energy. Thank you from Zach, great stuff, Darryl, from Jacob. And Sharif said, marketers with an arrow sign going to excitement equals Darryl. So.
You guys are all really generous. I appreciate that. There's a lot. I have a lot more content on the vanillasoft.com website. If you like the energy, you might like a show we do. It's called Inside Sales. It's a weekly podcast, and we have the industry's brightest. David Delaney has been on it multiple times. So check that out. More energy, more conversations.
Yes. And also, I believe Darryl does have a podcast with us too on our Tenbound website. If you go to tenbound.com/podcast, you'll find a lot of great stuff from people in the SDR community if you're wanting to learn more. So, yeah. But again, thank you guys all so much for coming to our presentation. Oh, we got questions. Yeah,
they're loaded questions. Is marketing
okay.
on the budget for sales to implement all of your suggestions? And you should be noted that question was submitted by my vice president of sales. No. See, I said along the way, everything there was free. You're on your own, Mr. Amerson. We got here, Zach saying, off the top, you were saying don't do a lot of the traditional salesy stuff. Could you refresh that first slide briefly? Yes. So where are we here? That's what marketers do. That's what sales folks do. And tail two. So here we go. So basically, there we go. The activity stuff, the email. So the phone, you don't do great voicemails. We actually have a great webinar I did with Art Subchuck on the vanillasoft.com website about how to leave a really good voicemail. Many of you really stumble on the voicemail. And it's like anything else, right? If you don't leave a voicemail that's well constructed, people just delete you right away. Ironically, people will say voicemails don't always work well. If you leave a voicemail on LinkedIn, it works smashingly well. All right. But you have to be connected to do that. So if you're not doing that yet, get connected. You've just connected with me, hopefully. Then send me a voicemail and give me your pitch. On social, though, see, and you can give a pitch once you're connected because now you're connected. On social, start the pitch. We get a zillion connection requests a day that's clearly just you want to sell me something. You got to earn that right. Add value. So add value. Spend the first 30, 60, 90 days just engaging in the conversation, contributing to the conversation, adding value. Make deposit. And when the day comes, you can finally make a withdrawal where you're saying, okay, can I have 10 minutes because I think I can help you out. SMS, you're going to do it. Got to have permission. It's kind of, nobody likes getting that without it. Those are the things. Anyway, I hope that helps, folks. I had fun.
Darryl, we have one more question. Off the top, you were saying you don't do a lot of the traditional salesy stuff. Could you rehash that first slide briefly, please?
That's what I just answered, Vivian.
Oh, you did? Okay, perfect. Got it. Okay, looks like that's it then. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you again to Darryl for answering all those questions and for showing us how to sell like a marketer.
All right, guys, you take care. I'll talk to you soon.